When Strong Woman Do Bong Soon first aired in 2017, it wasn't just another romantic comedy making its way into the endless library of K-dramas. It was a cultural heartbeat, a show that instantly carved its place into the hearts of viewers with its refreshing mix of comedy, fantasy, and romance. But beyond its unique story of a petite girl blessed with extraordinary strength and the quirky CEO who falls head over heels for her, there was something far more powerful at play: the dazzling chemistry between Park Hyung Sik and Park Bo Young. Their connection on screen seemed too natural, too effortless, and too real to be confined within the boundaries of a scripted drama. From the very first episode, audiences around the world were left wondering, was there a secret bond behind the smiles, the stolen glances, and the heart-stopping kisses? At first, their pairing looked like a daring experiment. Park Hyung Sik, a former idol from Z, transitioning into a more established acting career, was still proving himself as a leading man. Park Bo Young, already adored by millions for her films and dramas, had built a reputation for being talented, charming, and relatable. Many wondered if they could pull off the kind of spark that would keep audiences hooked. But those doubts evaporated almost instantly. From their first interactions, there was a sense of magic, a warmth that didn't feel like acting but rather like watching two people stumble into something unexpectedly beautiful. What made their partnership so special wasn't just professional compatibility. It was the way Park Hyung Sik seemed to genuinely light up whenever Park Bo Young was around. In countless scenes, fans noticed how his eyes lingered on her a moment too long, how his laughter sounded just a little too real when she teased him, and how his hands seemed naturally drawn to protect her without the director's cue. These weren't the kind of details you could fake. They were the kind that came from something deeper, something heartfelt. Park Bo Young herself admitted in interviews that his intense gaze often flustered her, and she laughed about how she sometimes had to remind herself that they were filming a drama. Her candidness only fueled the fire, leaving fans with more questions than answers. Behind the cameras, the evidence of their closeness was even stronger. During rehearsals, Hyung Sik was often caught watching Bo Young with a softness that made fans' hearts skip a beat. In between takes, he would joke with her, gently guide her steps, or adjust little things to make her comfortable. She responded in kind, leaning into his presence, laughing freely at his jokes, and treating him with the kind of warmth that goes beyond mere co-stars. These subtle, unscripted moments became the talk of fandoms everywhere, giving rise to theories that their on-screen romance might not have been entirely fictional. Of course, the drama itself provided the perfect backdrop for their connection to shine. Strong Woman Do Bong Soon wasn't just about superpowers and villains. It was a tender, funny, and at times deeply emotional exploration of love and vulnerability. Every romantic scene between Hyung Sik and Bo Young carried a raw authenticity that left viewers breathless. Whether it was a simple back hug, a teasing smile, or one of their legendary kiss scenes, nothing ever felt mechanical. Instead, it felt lived, as if the emotions spilling across the screen were drawn from real feelings. Fans often pointed out that Hyung Sik's expressions during these scenes looked too genuine to be acting. The way he gazed at Bo Young, the way he lingered in moments of intimacy even after the director called cut, all seemed to betray a man whose heart had gone rogue. Hyung Sik didn't exactly help calm the speculation. In interviews, he was remarkably open about his feelings during filming. He confessed that working with Park Bo Young had been transformative, that she was his ideal type, and in a moment of startling honesty, he admitted that he truly loved her while shooting the drama. He emphasized that what he felt wasn't just acting, but his genuine emotions slipping into the role of On Min Hyuk. For fans, this was as close to confirmation as they could ever hope for. His words painted a picture of a man who had blurred the lines between character and reality, leaving audiences to wonder just how much of what they had witnessed on screen had been scripted and how much had been real. Bo Young, though more reserved, never downplayed their closeness. She praised Hyung Sik constantly, describing him as warm, respectful, and someone who made her feel safe. She credited him with creating an atmosphere where she could give her best performance. While she never explicitly confessed to having romantic feelings, her careful words and fond recollections were enough to convince fans that there was more to their bond than just professionalism. She once admitted that Hyung Sik's habit of staring at her so intently left her flustered, and fans quickly latched onto this as another piece of proof that their connection was far from ordinary. The result of all this was one of the most beloved on-screen couples in K-drama history. Fans christened them the Park Park couple and flooded the internet with edits, tributes, and endless analyses of their every interaction. The obsession went far beyond the typical shipping craze. It became a phenomenon. Even years after the drama ended, their chemistry continues to dominate discussions, with fans still asking the same question: what if they had truly fallen in love? Could Park Hyung Sik and Park Bo Young have been the fairy tale couple the entertainment industry has always dreamed of? Though both stars have moved on to other projects, their names remain forever intertwined because of the way they made strong woman do Bong soon feel so real. The fantasy of a reunion still lingers in the air. Every time rumors of a sequel or spin-off surface, fans flood social media with pleas for the two to reunite. They know that if Hyung Sik and Bo Young ever share the screen again, it won't just be a drama. It will be an event, a cultural eruption fueled by years of longing and the memory of their unmatched bond. But what makes their story even more powerful is that it wasn't just about romance. It was about trust, respect, and authenticity. Park Bo Young has always valued sincerity, and Hyung Sik embodied it in every way. He, in turn, admired her dedication, her professionalism, and her ability to bring out the best in those around her. Their bond wasn't merely about butterflies and stolen glances. It was about creating a safe, genuine connection in an industry where authenticity can be rare. Whether they were friends, secret lovers, or something in between, what they shared was real in its own way, and that is what continues to resonate. In a world where K-drama couples come and go with each new release, the Park Park couple stands apart. Their bond endures because it felt different, authentic, and raw. It reminded audiences that sometimes the line between fiction and reality isn't a wall but a bridge, and in their case, that bridge carried emotions so genuine they couldn't be ignored. Years may pass, but their story will always remain a shimmering question mark. Was it love? Was it friendship? Or was it something beautifully undefinable? Perhaps the true magic lies in the mystery. Maybe the reason fans remain so captivated is that we'll never know the full truth. It leaves room for imagination, for endless what-ifs, for the belief that somewhere between the bright lights of the set and the quiet moments behind the cameras, two people found something special. Whether they were simply co-stars who built a rare trust or something more, their bond has already secured its place in K-drama history as one of the most cherished ever witnessed. Strong Woman Do Bong Soon wasn't just a drama. It was the beginning of a legacy, one carried on the shoulders of Park Hyung Sik and Park Bo Young, a legacy that continues to live in the hearts of fans across the globe. Their story is not just about characters who fell in love. It's about two actors who created a world so convincing that it still leaves audiences breathless. And maybe that's the beauty of it. Sometimes the most unforgettable stories are the ones left suspended in mystery, shimmering between real and real, leaving us to wonder, to dream, and to hope for more. The story of Park Hyung Sik and Park Bo Young doesn't simply end with a final episode of Strong Woman Do Bong Soon. If anything, that drama was only the beginning of something bigger, a phenomenon that has followed them long after the credits rolled. For years, fans have carried their bond like a secret treasure, keeping the Park Park couple alive in conversations, edits, and fan forums across the globe. And while both actors have gone on to other projects, there remains an undeniable pull that keeps dragging their names back together. It is almost as if fate itself refuses to let the memory of their connection fade away. What makes this bond even more fascinating is how timeless it feels. Think about it. How many drama couples leave such a permanent mark that years later, audiences still obsess over their chemistry as if the show just aired yesterday? Hyung Sik and Bo Young did more than just act out a love story. They gave fans something to believe in, something so pure and genuine that it transcended the drama itself. That is why even today, Whispers of their bond continue to trend, and the world still wonders what really happened behind the scenes. Part of the allure comes from their silence. Neither of them has ever confirmed a romance, nor have they flatly denied the depth of their connection. Instead, they've left behind breadcrumbs, Hyung Sik's heartfelt confession that he truly loved her while filming, Bo Young's flustered admission that his gaze felt too real, and their undeniable comfort with each other in behind-the-scenes footage. These fragments, left deliberately or not, have built a narrative that fans can't stop piecing together. It's like a puzzle with missing pieces, and the more we search, the more enchanted we become. But let's be honest, the beauty of the Park couple isn't just about shipping them as lovers. It's about celebrating the rare kind of authenticity they brought into an industry often built on perfection and polish. Their bond reminded us that vulnerability is powerful, that sincerity is magnetic, and that when two souls connect in even the smallest ways, the world notices. Hyung Sik's boyish admiration, Bo Young's shy smiles, their effortless rhythm together. Those aren't things you can manufacture. Those are things that just happen naturally, beautifully, and unforgettably. And here's where you, the fans, come in. The story of Hyung Sik and Bo Young isn't finished. Not because they'll definitely reunite on screen, not because they'll confirm what fans have always dreamed of, but because you keep it alive. Every edit you share, every post you write, every moment you replay on loop ensures that their bond doesn't fade into history. In a way, the Park couple lives on not just through the drama but through you, the audience that refuses to let go. That's exactly why we created Midnight in Seoul, a space dedicated to keeping these stories alive, celebrating the connections, the sparks, and the mysteries that make K-dramas more than just entertainment. On this channel, we dive deeper into stories like Hyung Sik and Bo Young's, peeling back the layers, analyzing every detail, and sharing the moments that others might overlook. Because K-dramas aren't just shows, they're experiences, emotions, and memories that stick with us long after the screen goes dark. So if you've ever found yourself rewatching that unforgettable back hug scene, or pausing to catch the way Hyung Sik's eyes softened when he looked at Bo Young, then Midnight in Seoul is where you belong. This is your home, your community, your place to relive the magic and to connect with others who feel the same. But let's push the fantasy even further for a moment. Imagine what it would be like if Hyung Sik and Bo Young reunited for another drama. Picture them walking onto set, years later, carrying all the history and nostalgia that fans have been holding on to. Imagine the explosion of emotions, the way their bond, stronger now, matured by time, would light up the screen all over again. That's not just wishful thinking. It's the kind of dream that keeps fans around the world hooked, waiting, and hoping. Until then, we'll continue to revisit the story we already have, because sometimes a single drama can change everything. Strong Woman Do Bong Soon wasn't just a hit series. It was lightning in a bottle, an extraordinary collision of talent and chemistry that no one has been able to replicate since. And Park Hyung Sik and Park Bo Young weren't just co-stars. They were the beating heart of that magic, the reason the show is still discussed, still adored, and still impossible to forget. And so, the story continues. Maybe behind the cameras, there were emotions too deep to fully confess. Maybe in the quiet moments between takes, something real bloomed and was tucked away, safe from the eyes of the world. Or maybe what they shared was a friendship so profound that it became indistinguishable from love. Whatever the truth may be, the beauty lies in the mystery, in the endless possibilities, in the way their bond leaves us breathless even now. If you've made it this far, then you're already part of the story. You've felt the magic, replayed the moments, and carried their bond in your heart just like countless other fans across the world. And if you want to keep diving deeper into these stories, if you want to continue exploring the hidden bonds, the secret confessions, and the unforgettable legacies of K-drama's most beloved stars, then you've found the right place. Subscribe to Midnight in Seoul, join our growing community, and let's keep the flame alive together. Because here, we don't just watch dramas, we relive them, celebrate them, and uncover the secrets that make them unforgettable. The story of Park Hyung Sik and Park Bo Young is far from over. Maybe one day we'll see them back on screen. Maybe one day the truth of their bond will be revealed. But until then, let's treasure the story we already have. The story that continues to captivate hearts worldwide, and the story that proves that sometimes real love feels every bit as real as the love we dream of. And if you're ready to keep that story alive, don't just watch from the sidelines. Join us at midnight in Seoul. The magic continues, and you won't want to miss what happens next.